I've been sent a large number of 2012 calendars by organizations I support, far too many for our use. They are attractive, and I'll pass them around. Please help yourselves.
Is it easier?
Put them on the table. Some real cool ones. Second, we've said goodbye to our friend Robert Atterbury, Community Liaison for Assemblymember Kellner, as he leaves for a new job with State Senator Tom Flynn. And we were pleasantly surprised to bring an old friend, Tony Morenzi, Micah's new Chief of Staff. Tony held that position with Micah's predecessor, Pete Granis, for decades, and knows our issues intimately. Already he's hit the ground running, participating in the Assemblyman's meeting with us and with the Cornell University representatives, vying for the use of the Goldwater campus. Welcome back, Tony. 3. There has been some discussion of my testimony at the New York State redistricting hearing on September 21, and I'd like to set the record straight. I was invited by Congresswoman Maloney to speak. No doubt, I was called by virtue of my post as RIRA president. However, I was not expected to present the consensus of the RIRA Common Council. Like other Islanders who gave testimony, Dick Lutz, Linda Heimer, and Nancy Cruikshank, I spoke as a citizen of New York State, and I spoke for myself. More than half of my short presentation involved support for Carolyn and the 14th Congressional District, which is in jeopardy as the state will lose 2 districts based on the 2010 census. Citizens get to speak at redistricting hearings once every 10 years, and I decided to join the many speakers protesting the way this is accomplished. The difference was that I couched my remarks in terms of a single district, the 28th ST. I've seen erroneous interpretations of what I said, characterized as detrimental to our state senator, Jose Serrano. So let's review what I actually said. Quote, we have been represented ably by all our local legislators, including State Senator Ogo Mendez and the incumbent, Senator Jose Serrano. However, my issues are not with the public servants holding the seat, but with the choice of districts. End quote. That's what I said, and that's what I meant. And this was the only reference I made to Senator Serrano in my testimony. Consider this. The 5th Councilmanic District is located directly across the East River from Roosevelt Island. So is the 65th Assembly District and Liz Kruger's 26th Senatorial District. The 14th Congressional District envelops Roosevelt Island to the east and to the west. Only the 28th ST is not contiguous with this island. My issues are solely geographical, and I said so. Now, Jose and our other local representatives wrote letters questioning my motives. I responded, and they withdrew their letters. If anyone has any doubts about that, today is the first Wednesday of the month. The senator's office hours were this afternoon. You could have asked. Let me say that again. They withdrew their letters. That misunderstanding, that should tell you something. I apologize to Senator...
Ethel. Please.
I apologize to Senator Serrano for any misunderstanding that my testimony might have engendered, and that's the last apology I intend to offer. He has invited me to meet with him, and I look forward to that meeting. He's coming over to my house for coffee in 2 weeks. Okay? Regrettably, all the testimony in the world won't change the fact that redistricting in New York State is broken and mired in party politics. As former Mayor Ed Koch noted in his testimony, a majority of state legislators signed a pledge to support an independent redistricting authority divorced from jockeying for political advantage. However, there is no independent redistricting authority this year, and now it's too late for one to be formed. That's a pity. There are some districts in New York City so gerrymandered that they've been given funny names. The Top Hat, the Donut, the Lobster Claw. But it's not funny, because it denies us accurate representation and fair elections. This is likely to be my only shot at commenting on a senatorial district that, to my mind, stands out like a sore thumb. I took that shot, spoke to the geographical distinction, bent over backwards to separate my remarks from any disparagement of the incumbent, and now my testimony, along with hundreds of others, will enter a black hole and be forgotten, while state business as usual is maintained. And that's the last comment I have on this subject. 4. The tunneling for Phase 1 of the 2nd Avenue subway has been completed, and the new Q line down to 63rd Street and Lights is expected to open by December 2016. I commented more fully on this in the RIRA column out this weekend, and a complete discussion can be found in Congresswoman Carolyn Maloney's e-newsletter from September 30th. 5. Roseville Island has a new full-time community police officer from the NYPD 114th Precinct. Officer Dina Sitaris met with the RIRA Public Safety Committee last week, and he seems like a perfect fit. I know Committee Chair Erin Gillingham will have more to tell you about that this evening. 6. I've heard nothing new regarding the status of the Roseville Island Post Office branch. As you know, we submitted over 2,000 signatures on the petition to Representative Maloney in August, and the Island Services Committee has continued that initiative. I have about 700 signatures at home, and when I have a total of 1,000, we'll forward them to Maloney's office to bolster our case. I don't know when a decision is likely to be reached, but we will stay on top of this and do what we can to save our post office. 7. A bit of housekeeping. I've asked committee chairs to check their meeting schedules with Vinnie Fortuna and the RIRA online calendar. I'd like to offer members information about upcoming meetings while ensuring that not more than one committee meets on any weekday evening. 8. The town meeting to discuss the new retail master lease has been set for Thursday, October 20th at 7:30 p.m. right here at Good Shepherd. Hudson Company spokesperson David Kramer will give a PowerPoint presentation, and then community members will offer questions and statements on their preferences for our retail corridor. It's unlikely that there will be further opportunities for community input, and I'm hoping for a good turnout. As island leaders, I hope you will make every effort to attend and will bring questions of your own. 9. I've mentioned the Equal to Silva Foundation fundraising marathon before. A RIRA team has never coalesced, and now, as it turns out, I can't participate as I will be recuperating from abdominal surgery. However, you can still sign up as an individual. Please consider supporting this worthy organization. And finally, you've seen on the agenda under new business a resolution for censure. This is serious business and should include as representative a discussion and vote as possible. Please make it your business to stay for that discussion and vote. And that's my report.